Houston, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Fielded in the end zone, it's Butler. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down for this offense. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The burnt orange just smoked the Aggies the last time these two got together.
And anytime you get beat down by your rival, like Reese was talking about, it stings. And it's talked about for a long time, and your coaches do not let you forget it.
And these two teams feel it on the recruiting trail too, right? Texas's blowout win last year really helped them this past offseason. So they're looking to capitalize and see if they can go 2 years.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan. Working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. A first down for the offense.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Skips away from pressure. It's complete! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
7, Texas, 0.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They
picked off. Looking for more room. The 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
That makes the score. Texas A&M 14, Texas 0.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six.
Texas.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's going to take off, and he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab enough for the first. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
And the Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. They move the tight end all over. Wants to throw on first down. They're trying to get to him. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looking to scramble. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggies! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
That makes the score. Texas A&M, Texas 0.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
Texas.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. It's Manning. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Aggies will hustle to the line. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And sure, tackling there to keep them from getting to the first down marker. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. The throw. Complete to the left. Good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 21, Texas 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man in the middle. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Using his feet to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
He breaks a tackle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Now facing a third and long. Got his man quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
He's brought down at the 43. Now, fourth down.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Here comes the offense on first down.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
To the ground with the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feet.
And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the... What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Wisconsin. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking to buy time. He'll turn it loose out to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Looking for a productive play on first down. It's a reverse. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the offense dialing up the jet sweep, and I like that idea because this receiver, with his speed, you want to try to get him on the perimeter, put the ball in his hands and see what can happen.
To the air, it's Reed. He's got it down the middle. Sweet cut there. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. They want to throw it. Steps away to find some room. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
Right on target this time. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They're going to ride this running back. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will boot it away to start second half.
Texas.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Hold it, finds his man on the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Wide out in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the first down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to scramble. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Come on now, O-line. Got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. He's looking to throw. Slides away. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. It is 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Lost one deep down the right side. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. working that left side. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, a shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
They're going to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Makes a man miss. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. They'll send out the kicker here. It's a fake. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And he grabs it. And the gamble works well enough. Maybe you look for the score on the fake field goal, but at least they got the first down. It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Aggie! And the pummeling has started. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. The Aggies in position to say goodbye to Texas University. So long to the orange and the white as they build the lead.
It's been gig 'em here. They're pulling away, just making more plays, and it seems like at the opportune moment, they're the team that's stepping up.
And they're loving this. The A&M fan base, that is. Just loving giving it to their rival, Texas. If they could finish this one off, these people will go insane.
Coming out with it, it's Butler. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to fire deep. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking for a man. It's Manning. He wants a big play here late. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. Unleashes one deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he intercepts it. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking downfield. It's Manning. Here's a throw downfield late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They'll run play action. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the... Going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Back to throw, it's Reed. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's moving out of the pocket. He's not afraid to go deep. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest